Oh, you guys are here. I've just stopped by the game corner very briefly. Not been here long. Oh yeah, big money, big money. Lady Meow, you're my lucky charm. How are you guys doing? I'm Lumus here from Failing at Gaming. I like this machine. That's 2 one-card picks in a row. Nice. So yeah, I'm Lumus from Failing at Gaming. We're back for another week of our Pokemon Snap adventure. Hope everyone's doing well. This week we're hoping to get a Dratini. As we are most weeks. This is a good machine. Look at the payouts. Excuse me, coughing a little bit today. Alright, well, we'll finish this hand and then we should probably get some real work done. And by real work I mean we've got to go check out the lottery corner. I mean, I suppose while we're outside we can make our way to the next town and maybe get the next badge, but, you know. Depends if we feel up to it at the time. Oh, no, I didn't mean to... Ah, shoot. Yeah, no wonder I lost on that one. You see, this game's balanced ever so slightly in favour of the player. That means that the more you play it, the better the payout is. So you see, it's not gambling. It would be, you know, it'd be inefficient if I walked away now. Alright, Ace of Oddish. Come on, big money. The 2? Still feeling the Ace of Oddish. It's got to be in there. It was there last time. It was the Ace of Jigglypuff. We were close, guys. We were close. Yeah, so how are you today, Lady Meow? You doing alright? Jeez, what time is it? It's the afternoon already. So last week in Mr. Fast's quest, we vanquished the gym leader, allowing us to get the most incredible of all prizes. A watering can. Okay, give me that Squirtle bottle. La 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 la! Plenty of water. Hey Noelon, I'm afraid you did miss casino time. We won big, dude. I got the thing where I picked one coin twice, where I picked one card and that card won twice in a row. I made like 200 coins. It was crazy. Hey, how are you today? I gotta stop by the lottery corner. While I'm on this lucky streak, I gotta play the lottery a little bit. What have you got for me? Ah, none of the numbers match. I'm starting to feel that maybe the odds are against me in the lottery. I mean, thinking about it, I don't know anybody who's ever won. Off the rest of the week? Nice. You doing something fancy? I think we're done in this town. So for anyone joining for the first time, what we're doing here is a Typelocke challenge, where basically we can only catch the first Pokemon we encounter of each type, and any Pokemon that faints is gone for good. So we have a limited number of Pokemon to beat the whole game with. Right now we're edging around the grass because this area has, I believe this area has Drowsies, which we had in the previous Typelocke in Pokemon Blue. And we want something different this time. I think chat is wanting an Espeon, so we're just going to dodge this grass, head on to the next route. We should be able to get to the next town now, which is where we'll get our Eevee. Was there some music here last time? I thought there was different music. Na, 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 na. Okay. You said hi and then your pizza arrived and you had to immediately leave. I was wondering where you went. It got awfully quiet. Not got any specific plans, just gonna relax. That is the best kind of holiday. Forget specific plans. I desperately need a holiday where I can just relax. I keep planning them, but something always comes up. Heck, I can't even have a weekend to myself without something going horribly wrong. The super healthy meal you spent hours making finished and you had to dish up. Obviously you gave some to the pizza man as he arrived at the door, yeah. Kale and Quinoa. Wasn't she a Final Fantasy character? Who have we actually got in our squad at the moment? We want a water type up front. How's everyone's levels? Does Painmaker get a water attack? A water gun. Okay. Guys, we've got ourselves a fake tree to deal with. It's time we show nature what we think about fakes. Did we remember to fill up the squirt bottle? Quinoa just reminds you of Anoa, which is a kind of buffalo. Are you sure that Quinoa isn't also a kind of buffalo? The weird tree doesn't like the squirt bottle. The weird tree attacked. Imagine living in the Pokemon world, where you can encounter a weird tree, accidentally upset it, and then it tries to beat you up. It's level 20. That's Oh, and it's got Flail. That's actually not good for us. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pop a curse to raise our defense. Flail gets stronger the lower that your HP is, so that could actually get quite painful. If we pop a few curses to raise our defense, we should be okay. Also protects us against Rock Throw. Slightly spooked because Water Gun didn't do as much damage as I hoped though. I might even have to heal after this next one. Do Anoa eat Quinoa? Okay, 2 more Water Guns should do it. So I think we're okay. It should be dead this turn. Low kick. Oh yeah, I forgot. Sudden Water learns all kinds of... Wait, what happened? I wasn't paying attention. Did our Water Gun miss? Oh, did we flinch? We probably flinched. Yeah, Sudowoodo knows all kinds of fighting moves for some reason. If a buffalo eats quinoa, it turns into an anoa. That makes sense to me. Do we go back and heal after that, or do we just keep going? I think we probably just keep going. Howdy, Jack. How are them memes? Around National Park. Okay. Well, National Park is literally just over here. We'll accept that challenge. You know, here's a thought that's been dwelling on my mind, like, a lot. Like, I've been slightly obsessing over it. So, this patch of grass, this is not a drowsy kind of grass, but there is another Pokemon we can get there. See, we can get here a fire type if we want it. And if we're not getting... I mean, we had a Flareon last time, we don't want one of those again. But if we're not getting a Flareon, and we're not getting this Pokemon, then it's going to be a really long time before we can get a fire type. So the question is, do we want to get a fire type here? Or do we want to not get cursed horribly? Are we willing to roll those dice? Because there is some danger. There is some danger to the fire type that we could get here. Can't remember if there was anything in this grass. I'm just gonna cut it. I think that's the guy right down there who's challenged us. Yeah, it's a fire type. It's a good fire type. It's quite a potent one. But, it's not a Pokemon you want mad at you, is all I'm saying. As you know, I've had some bad experiences. So I don't know, I was just wondering if chat had an opinion on that. Should we take the risk? Or should we play it safe and not have a fire type for like the next 3/4 of this game? So I think the first fire type we can actually get is I think the first one we can get is a Ponyta, and that's a long way away. Long enough that it might actually be a Rapidash by the time we catch it. On the one hand, this run has already been kinda unlucky, on the other hand, fire type. What? Alright, let's press on. For now. Norellon wants the fire type. What if I told you that the fire type is also an insidious type? Might go as far as to say it is evil. Is there a thing over there? Looks like there's a tree. And just thinking about that Pokemon makes me want to start suddenly ranting in an unknown language. Twisted and evil. Those are both descriptors. Our pack is full, really? What have we got in here? It's not got that much stuff. I suppose we can deposit some of this. Let's see. I've got an Ether. We're not going to use that until end game, probably. Let's pop the HP up. Who needs more HP? Thinking maybe Master Spruce. Because, whatchamacallums are kinda tanky. What is the middle stage? Bayleaf. Bayleaf is kinda tanky. HP up's probably a good investment. Has everybody got full berries? Everybody's got one? Okay, well, unless we want to drop something... Dirt Leaf. Yeah. One of the top tier derpiest Pokemon. Even with that tough guy haircut. Guys, we've only got room for one of these apricorns. Do we want the left one or the right one? I ask even though I know the answer. Thank you. I just needed somebody to say it. We got a red one. Doo-doo-doo. Hey, check it out. It's a double battle. Which psychopath? Which insane person? Which twisted individual named their twins, their twin children, Anne and Anne? I mean, I guess if you've already accepted that you're not going to be able to keep their name straight, that's one way to deal with it. Avoids any Gred and Forge situation, I suppose. Nonetheless, I feel like if you make that play, you should probably have your children taken off of you. Uses Encore. So now we're stuck using our move, which gets stronger each time we use it. I'm prepared to allow this, Clefairy. They sound like Tintin characters. Do I think right was blue? I think it might have been. Yeah, how did that Encore work out for you? I can tell what my sister is thinking. Maybe they're both called Anne because they're both the same person. They share thoughts and feelings. There's only one of them. There's two bodies and one person. I'm getting out of here, guys. This is a bit too much for me. Hopefully the next time will be a little less spooky. Yeah, Nick can stay up front. Pokemon can't do a thing if they're asleep. I'll show you how scary that is. Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. Nobody knows better than me just how scary sleeping is. Freaks me out. Every night. Ugh. Check it, it's so drowsy. Alright, who's dealing with this? Does anybody have a dark move? Does anybody have anything that's good here? I don't think anybody does. Oh, but Painmaker's already injured. I was thinking Painmaker would be good because she resists psychic attacks, but eh. Master Spruce is disabled. Not ideal. What are the bungling guys called in English Tintin? I don't know. What are they called in anything else Tintin? I am not super familiar with Tintin, guys. Dream Eater. Okay, that's not ideal. Okay, reload its accuracy. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to paralyze it. Hypnosis is already fairly low accuracy. And now we're just going to beat it down before it can put us to sleep again. In the original there... Dupin and Dupin. Okay. I can see why the Anne and Anne thing reminds you of that. Maybe they're named the same in English? Yeah, you are pretty sad. I like the advanced AI there. He notes that sleep and paralysis are good battle techniques, reacting to the fact that I paralyzed his Pokémon as a counter to his sleep. Where's Asmoth? He loves Tintin. Asmoth is like the only person I know in real life who hasn't checked out at least one of my streams. Like, I don't know what I did to offend him. He's not been here once. I don't know if you guys had an opinion on the grass, but until you tell me that I have to get this fire type, whose name I'm not going to speak, I'm going to keep avoiding it. Like, if we get one of those, it's on you guys. Guys, Asmoth is a jerk who doesn't support me in any of my endeavors. I want you to all go over to the YouTube channel right now, find a video with Asmoth in, and all of you leave a comment saying, "Hey man, when are you going to check out the streams? We're all hoping to see you there." You know, guilt him into it. I want all of you to go out there and do that right now. Oh cripes, it's this guy. You know, Asmoth, why are you never at the streams? We all want to see you. Asmoth, why aren't you supporting the streams when you're part of the team? You thought he tuned in for one of the streams a few weeks ago, one of the Wednesday ones? I don't remember him ever tuning into one. I don't think he even has a Twitch account, to be honest. If he watched, he didn't tell me about it. He's appeared on stream. He'll be on stream when it's about him, just not here when it's about me. Yeah, we already know who you are, Bill. We've heard tales of your exploits. Have I now? Adjustments on your time capsule. What are you putting in it? You thought he commented on one in chat recently? Did he? This was here at the same time? Are you thinking of, like, the planning chat on Skype where he grumbled about one of my streams afterwards? Diz made some jokes about the stream and Asmoth got worked up about it. Jeez, Bill, you're saying that if we send Pokemon to computers back in time, it might cause problems. Yeah, I could have made that assumption, I think. Okay, don't change the past. Yeah, I'm happy to... By tomorrow, time machines will be operating in every Pokemon Center? What the... Bill, what have you done? Why would you do this? Guys, he knows. He knows too much. Hey, I know you. When you stood outside the grass gym back in Gen 1. Send a level 100 Pokemon to before I started training. Hey, that's actually a good idea, right? Instead of training for the next gym, I'll send all of my Pokemon back in time to the start of the game, when we began our quest. That way I'll have started out with higher level Pokemon, and by the time I got here, they'd be even higher level. I won't have to do any grinding time, because they'll have already leveled up from traveling through the previous towns. It's brilliant. I can just repeat that until I get level 100 Pokemon. And I won't have to do any extra work because I already did it. I did give a great answer to that in the Skype chat. You mean, watch a stream, damn it? Bill doesn't care about causality and such. Bill is irresponsible. I don't know how his new time machine combines with him pretending to be a Pokemon in the previous game, but I'm sure if I look into this further, I'll find something to make me uncomfortable. Alright, let's deposit some of this junk. Charcoal? We're not getting a fire type for ages. Ever? No, thank you. Don't want that either. Okay, just got the apricorns. Okay, before we do anything else in this town, we've got something important to do. Also, let's grab this last apricorn and see if it is blue. We were wrong, guys, it's a blue apricorn. What flavor did you get? Blue. You may be remembering that I mentioned him in the Sonic and Knuckles stream a few weeks ago. When I did the Knuckles playthrough, I definitely mentioned him because he did the first Sonic and Knuckles one with me. But I had to do the second one, Forever Alone. Trying to go through... Oh, it's Joey, never mind. I was gonna complain, but I can never be mad about Joey. Joey, hey, how's the Rattata? Want a battle? Route 30. It's a little out of my way. But I mean, it is Joey. What do you guys think? Do I always wear my hat backwards or just when I'm on the bike? Always. You know how in the anime Ash turns his hat backwards when he's ready to battle? Mr. Fast is always ready for battle. Any ruffian comes across him is in for a nasty surprise. His fist is ever ready for a knockdown blow. A severe shaking. A sound thrashing with my umbrella. Oh, hold on. We need to go clear some space, I think. Who can we pop away for a while? I feel like everybody in this team has a important use. It might be the captain. Because he doesn't have any ground attacks yet, and Painmaker's got water. Like, I want to say Nicholas, because Beedrills don't really go the distance usually, but he's getting a lot of use. We don't have anybody else who can really fight grass poison. Okay, let's let our sea captain spend a little while in port. Bill, I can't stand you, but I am a proper gentleman, and therefore I have come to deliver my calling card. It's only polite. Do us a favor and take this Eevee. I can't stand it. Got a Danger Noodle in Pokemon Go earlier? Nice. Trusting the time capsule. And you stumbled across an Eevee. In Gen 1, he has the 3 evolutions, right? You can see photos of them on his computer. While he was testing the time capsule, did he steal his own Eevee, so now he doesn't have the evolutions anymore? Don't like being outside, because he got the evolutions before, so he must have been a trainer at one point. Damn it, Bill, you've changed history. Now you never had an Eevee, so you never went outside, so you never got the evolutions. You've changed yourself into a loser. Building that time machine has retroactively made you too sad and pathetic to build that time machine. Time is falling apart at the seams. We're gonna have to let our triangle friends know about this. At least it wasn't take this Eevee out back and shoot it. Yeah. The real deal right here, big boy. Alright guys, you had some warning on this. You picked this one yourself. Pyramid is in the Arctic before we know it. We've got ourselves a Lady Eevee that we're going to be turning into an Espeon. Or an Espeon, if you prefer. Our little psychic type fox. What are we calling her? You knew this one was coming. I hope you've got some good picks. Mystic Meg? So, what I'm hearing here, Noellen, is that you always thought Mystic Meg was a fox. Female also can't do Yuri Geller. You know in Japanese, you know how Abracadabra and Alakazam are holding spoons? In Japanese, I think it's Alakazam, it's literally named Yuri Geller. And Nintendo actually got sued by Yuri Geller for using his name without permission. If we end up with a male Abra at some point, I'm entirely in favor of calling it Yuri Geller. Okay, I'm cool with Mystic Meg if you guys are. Last chance before I lock it in. What if I get sued? Look, here's what we're going to do, okay? Mystic Meg, if you have any objection to me using your name, please inform me 10 minutes ago. I think we're cool, guys. We've gotten her verbal consent. Professor Elm thinks it's going to be new and unexpected kinds of Eevee. I'm sure we won't see any of those. I'm gonna have to buy myself a Firestone. You know, technically... Your dad always rags on him and says he's supposed to have psychic powers, but he just bends spoons. You think bending spoons with your mind is still impressive, though? I mean, it's not really a useful ability, but it's still something that nobody else can do, right? Hang on, let's be fair. He doesn't just bend spoons, he also fixes watches. That's... Some people make their whole job fixing watches. For him, it's only part of what he does. Okay, so here's a thought I just had. Just popped into my head. This is a quirk. This is something you wouldn't be able to do in most versions of a Typelocke, but it's a quirk of the Typelocke system. We could actually get ourselves... We could actually deposit our Eevee, get ourselves an egg, and have both a Flareon and an Espeon. Because they take different slots in our Typelocke. We could get ourselves a Fire-type Eevee and a Psychic type. Heck, we could get ourselves an Umbreon as well. That's technically a valid thing to do. Assuming we've got something that can breed with an Eevee, which I'm not sure we have. We can't get ourselves a Ditto. Alters the result of sporting occasions? Does he actually alter the results, or does he just predict the results? For all we know, he sees that, I mean, does he say that he's altering them? Because that would be cheating. You're down with that? It is quite tempting. I did tentatively imply that we'd be trying to get a Houndoom for Wolfie, though. He really loves those things. And we've had a Flareon before. We had a Flareon last time. I mean, it's tempting to do just for the cheek of it, but supposedly it can help the players psychically. Is that not against the rules? TF? If that was meant to be an emote, it didn't show up on my screen. Oh, you have the bonus pack of emotes, don't you? I should really get that. With, like, poggers and that? See, here's my speculation. He's only pretending to cheat. He doesn't actually want to cheat at sport games. What he does is he predicts which player is going to do well, and then says that he's going to help them. Right? I mean, maybe he's a con man at heart. Maybe he's like predicts that, uses his psychic powers to say that Team A is going to win. Then he tells everyone that Team B is going to win, but he's going to change it. Like, maybe it's all a ploy. Is it possible that Yuri Geller is a swindler? Better TTV extension for Google Chrome gives you more emotes, more chat functions, etc. Is it Google Chrome only? The better Twitch thing? He's conning people? Distressingly, I suspect it may be true. Maybe others you have Chrome, okay. This would be a mixed bag for me, because I use Firefox for pretty much everything, except for streaming, which I use Chrome for. Like, I use Chrome as like my backup thing. Personal YouTube that I use day to day on Firefox. If I want to upload something to the Failing At channel, then that's logged in on Chrome. Same for Twitch. My Twitch is on Firefox, the team Twitch is on Chrome. He got us to touch a ball he was holding on Good Morning and will England to victory in a football match 20 years ago. Okay, you've convinced me. There's no way that he predicted that England was going to win of its own accord. Because in order for him to predict that England was going to win, England was going to have to win. Obviously he changed something. There we go. I didn't actually say where I was setting out for, but obviously we needed to collect our fastball. It's named after us. Fairly sure they lost in the end. Oh, that wasn't the one time that we won overall. Sometimes we win individual matches, so I'm not convinced by that one. Not completely. Level 20. Mystic Meg starts out at a higher level than I thought. Maybe we didn't believe hard enough? It's possible. Did we not clap our hands? Okay, yeah, so we came here to get the fastball, but we also want to do a little bit of scooting around because because Mystic Meg here won't evolve until our happiness is maxed out, and traveling is one way to increase that happiness. So our little Mystic Meg's going to be in the party, going to be taking a ride with us everywhere we go. Oh yeah, we actually need to leave. Guys, which Apricorn do we want to give to Kurt this time? Because we've got some new ones. So the white Apricorn will make our signature fastball, but do we want to try a different one? I don't know which one makes which. What is happiness? Lady Meow, that's the saddest thing I've ever heard. I'm sorry, Lady Meow. I'm sorry that you've never had the opportunity to encounter happiness. Do you need a hug? Many philosophers have asked what is happiness. Probably because they're all philosophers, and you know, I'd be upset too if I was a philosopher. Philosophers are still working on the same stuff they were working on thousands of years ago. They have made no progress. I mean, that's got to be embarrassing. Red Apricot should make a left ball for catching communists. A red apricot, a left ball, catching communists. This all makes sense. This all fits together. Okay, red apricot it is. Alright, let's circle back up the other way then. We'll get ourselves some berries and we'll go fight Joey. Okay, so this generation introduces the happiness mechanic for Pokemon. Who do you want up front? So if you've only played the first generation, that's probably why you don't recognize it. But basically each Pokemon has an invisible happiness bar. And certain things raise their happiness, certain things lower their happiness. Like, fainting lowers their happiness, beating gym leaders or the rival or anything like that raises their happiness, leveling up raises their happiness. And walking a certain distance with them in their party gains you a single point of happiness. So it's not the fastest, but it's the most reliable way of making them happy. Just have them in the party, just travel with them. They like that. So there are also Pokemon in this generation that will only evolve when their happiness is maxed out. And Umbreon and Espeon are an example of that. Once an Eevee has max happiness, if it levels up in the daytime it becomes an Espeon. And if it levels up in the nighttime it becomes an Umbreon. So we can't just go out and get a Psychic Stone and get ourselves an Espeon immediately, I'm afraid. We're gonna have to spend some time traveling with our Eevee. With our little Mystic Meg before we can get her cool moves. But hey, it'll be worth it. We just have to keep reminding her that we love her. Oh, I should have taken her to get a haircut while we were back in the city. I'm gonna have to go back there now. Haircuts also raise happiness. Probably look up now that I think about it. Does one of you guys want to have a look at the move list for Eevee and Espeon in Gen 2? Genuinely not sure if it's named Espeon or Espeon. Vaguely remember that from when you played Silver when you were like 10. Fair enough. I remember trying to get an Umbreon when I was a kid, but I didn't actually understand how the happiness mechanic worked, and I made a bit of a mess of it. What was I saying? Oh yeah, if one of you feels like it, you could have a look at the move list for Eevee and Espeon, and let me know what's the ideal level to evolve it at. To evolve her at. To get all the best moves. I think Eevee gets Bite at level 30. And I'm not sure that Espeon does. Hey Wade, what's up? Managed to beat a tough Kakuna, huh? All the Kakunas are tough, it's the only thing they do. Yeah, so Bite is a solid move. I think Eevee learns it and Espeon doesn't. So it might be worth getting to level 30 before we evolve Mystic Mag. But then if it turns out that Mystic Meg learns, like, double Psychic Kill Beam at level 29, you know, that's going to change things. Espeon gets Swift at level 30, Eevee gets Bite. Okay. I will take Bite over Swift any day. Although if we evolve Eevee at level 30, we should get both. Psybeam at 36 for Espeon. Does Espeon get anything decent before level 30, or Eevee get anything decent after level 30? Otherwise, I'll probably evolve Mystic Meg at level 30, ideally. This occurs to me, this baby Eevee we've got, it's the second strongest Pokemon in our party right now. I should give it a berry. Should give her a berry. What does she want? Ice berry? Why not? Confusion, level 16? Well, she's already level 20, so we've, the boat sailed on that one. Focus Energy at 36, Takedown at 42. Not too bothered about either of those. Suppose we could get Bite, Focus Energy, and Psybeam. Is Focus Energy better than Swift? I'm not 100% sure. I don't want Takedown. Takedown sucks. Takedown's got recall damage, so when you use it, it damages you. And, like, for recall damage, for a recall move to be worth it, you'd think it'd have to be really good, right? But no, it's terrible. It's like... It's not much stronger than Swift. Swift always hits and recall and Takedown damages you. I will take Swift over Takedown. We've gone straight past Joey. He's up here, isn't he? Oh, never mind. We'll talk to him on the way back. I'm gonna go get those last couple of berries. I think this is the last berry, isn't it? I passed them on. They're only gonna have the basic potions here. I'll probably stock up on lemonade when I get back to the big mart. We do need lemonades. We are dangerously low on lemonades. Yeah, Focus Energy was glitched in Gen 1. It lowered your crit rate instead of raising it. So it actually made you weaker by using it. Although weirdly, some speedrunners like to use Focus Energy because for long battles in Gen 1 because it lowers your chance of getting crits. And a crit is an extra line in your text. So crits can actually slow you down. In special circumstances though, where using a Focus Energy is quicker than the chance of getting a crit. A new hat? A cane? A new hat or a cane I'd go for. A sword cane, in fact. Heck yeah. If we had a chance at getting a Scyther, Sword Cane would be a great name for him. I've still not played the latest few Pokemon, so I don't know if they ever added this, but I would love a Pokemon game where you can customize your outfit, or like customize your Pokemon. Level 15 Rattata. Joey's been working out. His Rattata is really tough, actually. It's like definitely in the top 10% of all Pokemon. Oh god. Okay. Sorry, I saw Hyper Fang and I panicked. It didn't actually do much, but Hyper Fang's a strong move early on. Sword Canes are illegal in the UK unless greater than 100 years old. I can believe it. What timer did I set on that? It feels like that message is popping up a lot. I should probably read it out loud though while I'm at it. So one of the... yeah, ouch. One of my fellow small streamers, a guy I've been watching a lot. Also somebody who may have seen me auto-hosting and who also auto-hosts me. Is Pepper Sandwich. He's a cool guy. He's a fellow small streamer. And he's doing an upcoming charity event where he will be streaming for 24 straight hours. 7 AM GMT on the 8th of November. And all the proceeds are going towards... it's a sponsored stream, all the proceeds go towards Macmillan Cancer Support, a charity that helps people deal with cancer. And the primary purpose is to help people deal with cancer, but they also raise cancer awareness, like help people avoid cancer, they're involved in cancer treatments, they do a lot of things like that. Actually, the hospital nearest to me has a new Macmillan unit. Like, they've built this whole new building. They do cancer care there, as well as doing some of their regular clinics there. And they actually got they've named it the Macmillan building because they got a big donation from Macmillan towards it. So that's the sort of thing that they do. The local hospital now has a cancer unit because of Macmillan. So they're good people. So if you get a chance, stop by and have a look at his stream. Even if you can't afford to donate your help just by being there, because 24 hours is a long time, and we all know that streams are easier, they're more fun when you're doing it as a team, right? When you've got a good chat talking to you. I know he was saying to me he was worried that maybe nobody would turn up, so we gotta make sure that doesn't happen. I want as many of us as possible to be there cheering him on. Hey Wolfie, how's it going? Don't know if you caught that last bit, but one of my friends is doing a charity stream. His name's Pepper Sandwich. He'll be doing a 24-hour stream on the 8th of next month to raise money for cancer care. Worth checking out if you get the chance. 24 hours is a long time. All of us ought to be able to show up at least once and say hello for that, right? That's your holidays? Nice. You can be there for the whole thing then, 24 hours. Thanks for volunteering for that, Wolfie. I appreciate it. Yeah, a good chatter like you, the sort of person who shows up once a month and acts like a celebrity. Hey, that's all he's asking for, somebody to show up for this one session. Live for an hour. Yeah, time to check my hydration. We've got some good tea today, it's like mint flavoured. Mm. Hmm. 11 out of 11. the stream, or I'll turn it for a bit? Thanks, Noellen. I appreciate it. Oh, I see. Noellen's gonna turn up for a bit, turn it up to 11. I get it, I get the joke. Wolfie's funny, he makes jokes. Very occasionally I'll laugh at one of his jokes. Occasionally? That's actually not what I meant to say there. I meant to say very often I'll laugh at his jokes, and that was going to be a burn to suggest that I didn't always laugh at him, but I accidentally said occasionally instead. Jeez, I'm a jerk. You love the massage parlor and that? This is the older and the more experienced of the two brothers. Make our Pokemon beautiful again, heck yeah. We need Mystic Meg to feel pretty. Noellen thinks that she's quite a fox, so let's back that up. Mystic Meg looks happy. Great. We're one step closer to getting ourselves an Espeon. You love the massage parlor that makes all of your Pokemon happy. That's 100% what Wolfie said. What a reasonable thing that Wolfie is saying. It's a haircut in this gen, though. I think in Soul Silver, the remake, it's a massage place. One laugh in 10 jokes, not a bad ratio. 9 times in a row, your girlfriend will just stare at you in a mix of hatred and despair. I mean, yeah, from what I've seen, that's fairly accurate. Oh heck, while we're here, we should check the basement. It's a different setup on different days, right? I wonder if there's something new here. What can we get? So you get different deliveries on different days, you see? Nope, nothing for us today. Wolfie loves gold. Gold and silver. Greediest person ever, Wolfie. All he cares about is money. He wants his precious metals. Don't I always play on a Tuesday? Kind of? I mean, I always play on a Tuesday, but time passes for Mr. Fast. Okay, peek behind the scenes, I've been hacking the game slightly. Each session, I've been turning the clock forward 8 hours. So we started out on Tuesday, but it's now Thursday afternoon. I've been doing it that way so that we'll get to see different Pokemon, because some only come out in the daytime, some in the evening. Different events happen on different days, you know? But it's also cool because it lets us measure in-game time. Like, it's been 2 days since we set out on our quest. I think we're making good progress. Perhaps they change it to a massage parlor because the first person to talk about the haircut is someone who has a licky tongue, which is bald anyway. Yeah. I usually make it a tradition of getting a, the first time I get here, getting a haircut for a Geodude. Okay, spent every penny on on lemonade now. Lemonade and haircuts. Maybe the licky tongue wasn't bald before? Maybe you're right. We can't rule it out. Maybe just every licky tongue we've seen has had shaven hair. It could be the case. Is Licky Tongue covered in incredibly fine hair, tiny little tongues? Eee. No, here's what makes sense. If you don't keep your Licky Tongue shaven, then it's gonna get hair on its tongue, and then you're gonna get fur balls, and it'll make a mess. It's gonna be coughing up hairballs everywhere. That's why all Licky Tongues are usually kept shaven by the masters. It's a sensible idea. The most eldritch and horrific of Pokemon. It's a weird one. Lickitung survives because it was Gen 1. If they introduced that in a different gen, they'd have gotten so much flack. Alright, let's go check out this next city. The Pokemon Mr. Tickle. I can see that. It tickles you with its tongue. Do not want. Boop, 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 ba, 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 ba. I didn't know Lickitung was in Demon Souls. I actually still haven't played Demon Souls. It's the only one of the Soulsborne games that I haven't played, although I've not finished Bloodborne yet. Na, 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 na. I feel like I stumbled into a very special room here. I was about to make a joke about the, peaceful music. This guy's clearly like the main quest giver guy who you meet at the start of the game. Sends you out on your epic adventure. And then he actually sends us out on an epic adventure with a new item finder. Do we want to read a history book? There were 2 towers. Each tower was a roost for a powerful flying Pokemon. A legendary burb, if you will. One of the towers burned to the ground. Strangely not the tower that held the fire burb. 2 Pokemon haven't been seen since. Also home to 3 Pokemon that raced around the town. They were said to have been a nuisance and we're kind of glad they're gone. So just creepy when you think about it, like Mr. Tickle, yeah. Don't be silly, I'm sure they have more than one Pokemon for an essential service like the lighthouse. This happened when I was young. The sky suddenly turned black. A giant dragon was stretched out across the sky. I wonder what wish was granted. Akutik City, a hysterical city. Old man wants me to dance like a kimono girl. If we go dance in the kimono theatre, an old man will give us something nice. I need an adult? Silly old lady. There's no such thing as a revive. Joey, my man. How's the Rattata? Fighting shape, I hear. Yeah. Jack clearly has the same opinion as me on that one. Hey, they sell great balls here. Too bad we can't afford any. Well, we've got a few in our ball pocket. I don't know if I dare go inside now. Let's leave that till last. Can we summon Shenron with special balls made by Kurt? If we get all 7 of the balls made by Kurt, can we summon Shenron? One wish will be granted. Here, Pokemon are rampaging at the Lake of Rage. Yeah, no duh. What's this place? Oh, this is where the old tower was. Right, right. Should wish to be the very best, surely? Like no one ever was? Do I really need to spend a wish on that? This guy's so fast. To get a run up. Ah, must have seen me coming. This gen has a credible rival. Technically, he never gets anywhere near as strong as the rival from the first. Oh, somewhere out there, Red is endlessly... You mean Red is the rival, the very best like no one ever was. That's fair, actually. That's true. He's already the best like no one ever was. I have to be better than the best. The red-haired dude is canonically not that great a trainer, but he does have a really cool story arc. Aquatique City. Pokemon Gym. Pokemon Gym Leader, Morty. The Mystic Seer of the Future. I don't know, I've heard this gym leader is just like just some dumb kid, like maybe the stupidest kid. Like maybe if you put this kid together with a really smart person, they'd like cancel out and the smart person wouldn't be all that smart. Post game you can fight him and he continuously levels up, which is neat. That's fair. He does get... You can rematch him over and over again. Oh, this is the burned down tower. It's the other one that we can't go in. So we can go into the ruined, crumbling death tower, but we can't go into the safe tower. This town. Why do you imagine Red now as some kind of Pokemon Supreme being with unearthly powers? Like, there's two ways to look at Red. Like, he's just sat silently on top of a mountain training by himself. He's either like a near-divine being who's become one with his Pokemon and achieved maximum power, and it's just waiting for a worthy opponent, or it's like the dude was 10 years old when he crushed the champion of the Elite Four. Nobody's been able to match him since. Where does he go from there? He's like sat on a mountain training because there's nothing to do. There's no one to compete with him. It's been 3 years. Nobody's seen him for 3 years because he's had no reason to encounter anybody. He's already reached his peak. He's desperate for somebody to beat him so he can have his life back. Like, those are the two ways to look at him, depending on whether you want him to be a supreme being or incredibly tragic. Kinda like Skyrim's Ebony Warrior? Yes, absolutely like that. For one of those things. The one that fits the Ebony Warrior. I don't know who the Ebony Warrior... Oh! Jeez, this guy. What are you doing in here? Hey, I've not forgotten what happened last time, dude. You want a rematch? You want me to take you down? No, I don't want the legendary Pokemon that's here. I can't catch either of them at this... Actually, I could technically catch the Fire Legendary. I think technically the Fire Legendary is the first Fire Pokemon I can get. In this particular run, anyway. Oh crap, he actually is challenging me. I thought he wandered off here after taunting me for a bit. This might actually be bad. Tuffus, why are you always shutting down everything I try and accomplish? Oh boy. This guy wrecked us last time. I forgot he was in here. I was going in there to train for the next tough fight. Last time he killed one of our Pokemon. This guy's genuinely tough. I mean, at this point, he's starting with a level 20. Okay, who have I got here that works against a Haunter? Does Mystic Meg have any moves that can hit? No, doesn't look like it. But it might not have any moves that can hit Mystic Meg. And Mystic Meg can sand attack it to lower its accuracy. Do we want to cheese here, guys? I think we want to cheese here. I think this is a good time for cheese. Party wipe? I don't think we're going to wipe, but this could go badly. Okay, okay. We can work with this. We need to get Mystic Meg the heck out of there now. But it's cut its own health and it's slightly blind. Let's see. Can we use Mystic Meg before she evolves? Yeah, I think so. Mostly I'm using the rules in the way that seems most fun to me, but I think she's already taken our Psychic type slot. So even if she never evolves, we can't get another Psychic type, but I think we can use her before she evolves. We just can't evolve her into anything other than the Psychic. Like, I think future types still count. Okay, let's drop a Rock Throw. Of course it paralyzes the first try. How is this thing faster than... Yeah, we've resolved that she's a Psychic one. We've put her in the Psychic slot. How is this thing faster than my Rock... Worm? Okay, one down. What have you got for me? Come on, Tuffus. Quite... Level 22, oof. Danger Noodle should be okay here. I'm surprised he's switching that one in. Onyx, definitely a rockworm. Onyx is not long enough to be considered a snake. Onyx is like 10 meters long. Like, how long do you have to be before you can be a snake, is what I'm asking here. A rockworm? With a Y? It can learn, like, Dragon Breath, so I think you might be right, Norellen. I think that's what we're gonna go with. Onyx is a worm. A great worm. Okay, let's see what this Ember does. Okay, that's not bad. Onyx doesn't have great special defense, so fire attacks can still be scary. But I think we're winning this one. His head takes up a quarter of its length. I mean, that's not unusual for snakes. Some snakes have quite long heads. Is length the biological definition of a snake compared to other creatures? Apparently. That's what I'm being told here. It looks like every Pokemon he has left is weak to Danger Noodle. That's why he sent out his fire type. This might be okay for us. Danger Noodle, the hero that we needed. Justice Red saved us with his death. Danger Noodle is saving us with his life. A worthy successor. Okay, I'm going to screech here because this thing is part metal. Oh, we had a Bitterberry? Nice. Good planning past me. See what that does. That's decent. 3 hits of that. Oh crap. Sonic Boom! Forgot it probably had that. But it does set damage. Drink? I mean, it wasn't gonna... I'll drink, okay. If you guys held your breath, I'll drink. I knew it couldn't kill us because it does set damage. But it's kind of frustrating. That's gonna go straight through our defense. Our superior toughness means nothing against flat damage. Sonic Boom! We're not confused at the moment, right, though? It didn't get in another Supersonic. So we should be safe to attack again. Oh, we did get in another Supersonic. Well, I nearly got us killed. Sonic Boom! Okay, this time we're definitely not confused, so this one should end it. Alright. Pretty sure that a snake that can't coil up isn't a snake. And Onyx does look like it would have difficulty coiling up, I'll give you that one. Look at Tuffus here, using legendaries in a Nuzlocke? No style, no class. Bottom tier Pokemon trainer. Hey Mum, what's going on? I mean, dearest mother. Forgot briefly that we're a distinguished gentleman. Use the estate's money to acquire an item down at the market. More likely one of the help acquired it. Let's see what we've gotten. Should probably deposit those, what have we got? Those apricons as well while we're here. Yeah, so I briefly talked the guy up. Oh, it's a super potion. It's a useful item to have. Thank you, mother. Yeah, I briefly took that guy up, but he let me down. That wasn't much of a challenge at all. So Danger Noodle soloed him. I'll not read the Ebony Warrior thing out loud, because like you say, it's spoilers, but... duly noted. Alright, can we now explore this tower, please? I need to get some levels. I'm starting to feel like our team is behind. Like, we should probably have level 20s by this point. Welcome to Spook Tower. Okay, this looks like it's a decent place to train. The game's been out 7 years, so probably not spoilers anymore. That... fair. I don't know, I hear a lot of people saying stuff like, if something's been out for like 5 years and you've not played it or seen it or read it, then you probably don't care. But... they make things faster than you can keep up with these days. I'm frequently playing really old things I've just not had time to do. Or I'm frequently going through old stories I've just not had time to do, and, like... I'd still be upset if they got spoiled for me. Do I have any regular potions? I don't want to waste a lemonade there. Yeah, never mind. That looks like there might be an item. I got given the, item finder, right? Don't hold with the 5-year spoiler thing. Yeah, general rule, just ask. Or at least post a spoiler warning. I mean, that's a fairly minor spoiler what you posted there, so I don't mind, but... like, if it was a bigger thing, then Route 13 it. So people can only see it if they want to find out what it means. I wonder if there's a Twitch extension that lets people Route 13 things. Probably not. ROT13, short for Rotate 13. It's a very simple cipher that a lot of people use. I'm already getting wrecked in there. I'm gonna pop straight back to the Pokemon Center. Basically, you move each letter in the sentence 13 spaces along. So it looks like gibberish. But the thing is, if you Route 13 it again, it changes it back to the regular letters. So it's a cipher that's really easy to uncipher. If you just type Route 13 into Google or Bing or whatever, you'll instantly get a website that does it for you. And a lot of programs have a Route 13 built in. It's useful for spoilers, because somebody wants to post a spoiler in the public chat, they Route 13 it first and then post it. And then the person on the other end just has to Route 13 it again to see what it actually means. So it's a safe way to talk about spoilers without upsetting anybody. Didn't think it was a bad... yeah, obviously you wouldn't have said it if it was a big deal. I'm not telling you off here. You're fine, dude. I'm being speculative. Trying to find indicates there's an item nearby. Where am I looking? I bet it's in that statue. Oh no, I'll just type it in. Yeah, it's a really convenient thing. If you go to like web serials or forums or that kind of thing, like discussing books, I'll often use it there. Like if people want to go back to earlier chapters and talk about, hey, this thing actually foreshadows something way, way later, but they don't want people reading for the first time to see that comment, they can just Route 13 it. Smash the statue, I'll catch it. I will do as soon as I can, but currently there's blocks, more blocks, and a dark pit of oblivion blocking my way. I do really want the item though. I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to try and jump it. Oh, my legs are broken. This is the end for me, guys. Some secret fights that are worse. It might just be a thing where it depends on your build or your preferences. I remember having a blazing row with Asmoth about which was the hardest boss in Kingdom Hearts. Out of like the bonus bosses. The one that I thought was the hardest was the one he found the easiest, and the one I found the easiest was the one he thought was the hardest. And I guess we agreed on what was the second hardest, I guess, of the three of them. Ooh, a HP up. Petrified Pokémon. They must have been in here when this place burned down. How horrifying. Okay, let's give Dragon Noodle some HP. He kinda needs it. Skyrim doesn't have much thought behind combat, it's literally just damage HP. Yeah, I've not played Skyrim much, but I did feel like the combat was kind of boring. Okay, where nearby? I'm guessing it's going to be up there where the petrified Pokemon are, but... Hold on, let me get here and use it again. If so, it means it's on this... Holy crap! I had no idea you could get a Magmar in here! Guys, we found our fire type! I have never raised a Magmar, and I always keep meaning to, but it's right at the end of Gen 1. So I've never got around to doing it, because by then you don't need one. I had no idea you could get a Magmar in here, guys. That's awesome. I want this thing. Heck yeah. Let's see. Lady Bar has Thunder Wave. We can paralyze it. That'll help. Fire Punch. It's already got a decent move. And Smug, it's got a terrible move. Smug is like 20 power. But hey, it's a poison move. Gives it a different element. It's red, use the anti-communist ball. We don't have it yet! Kurt's still making it! We're unprepared! The communists were one step ahead of us all along. Do we try and tackle here? Like, who can attack this safely? Lady Bar's tackle shouldn't kill it, right? I might just throw a Pokeball. I'm like 99% sure a tackle won't kill it, and it's going to be really hard to catch it without damaging it, but... I really want this Pokemon, guys. I'll be upset if we don't catch ourselves a Fire Duck right here and right now. Let's try our Signature Ball. Okay, it was close. That was easy. This Magmar wanted to be in our party. The fiery surface of its body gives off a wavering, rippling glare that is similar to the sun. This Pokemon is a walking lens flare is what I'm getting from that. Heck yeah, guys! I had no idea that was a possibility. I'm excited to have this. Let's celebrate? Yeah, Kanpai! I know any kind of lock is meant to have surprises, but this particular Red Menace came straight out of left field. What are we naming this one, guys? We've got ourselves a Fire Duck. A Fire Duck covered in lens flares. Feels good, man? Feels good, man won't fit. Who's got a name? Come on, all three of you love fire, right? I think all three of you called fire types as your favourite, with Wolfie pegging Dark as second. Close second. We've had some ladies, a sir, but no lords yet. You think our fire duck is a lord? Spicy Dorito. Yeah, I know it feels good when it's an emote. I'm trolling you. Lord Jalapeno? I don't think that'll fit. That's a good name. I kind of like that. Scotch Bonnet? I don't know that one. We got 6 letters, 5 if you want a space. We could just go for Jalapeno with no lord, but... Or are you questioning what the joke is? Jalapeno is a spicy pepper. It's hot. Can you do the N with the tilde over it? Probably not in here. I imagine you can do it with the right Alt and N in chat. Ghost Pepper? That's also a good one. Wolfie, hold on to that. If we ever catch... I want you to remember that one. If we ever catch the Ghost Fire type in later games, I want to call it Ghost Pepper. Write that one down. Lord Jalapeno? That would fit, I guess. Is that what we're going with? Lord Mace? Saint Jalapeno? I'm liking Lord Jalapeno because I'm figuring he made his fortune overseas. Importing jalapenos. That's how he became a lord. Or how he became more important nobility, perhaps. Lord Mace is also good. What do you think, guys? Do I lock this one in, or do we change it to Lord Mace or something else? This fits. Did you travel by hot air balloon? I can only assume so. Okay, sounds like everybody's okay with this one. Let's lock it in. Sent to Bill's PC. I would like to have him in the party, but I don't know who we'd swap out. Might be Nicholas, maybe. We've mostly used Nicholas for fighting grass types, and Lord Jalapeno will do that better. Don't let Bill send him through time. If that happens, I will be having words with Bill. The word will sound like Lady Bar, go. Lady Bar, Thunderbolt. Those are the specific words I'll be having with Bill. Okay, so it's picking up something nearby. I don't know if it's the same something, but if it is, it's got to be a here. Apparently there's a fleet of fire ducks down here. I think we've caught enough for our tastes. Oh! His associates. I'm just imagining all these magmas down here. Wearing sunglasses and carrying kashas. Yeah, let's all drink. Fleet? Do I mean flock? No, flocks are for sheep. You absolutely get a fleet of ducks. I'm 100% sure that's a real thing. Why did I leave Painmaker up front? Painmaker is injured. Can be rough in the Spice Islands, yeah. No doubt these are all, like, retired sailors. He kept on his crew as bodyguards. That's true, but you thought you also got flocks of birds. Ducks swim, so they're actually fish, not birds. Common misconception. Hey, we never gave Sir Danger Noodle a new berry. Actually, let's just pop a lemonade and get Painmaker back up front. Sir Danger Noodle does not need the Isn't it a flock of ships and a fleet of birds? Yeah. A flotilla of ducks? Oh, now I'm confused. It might be a flotilla. I suspect all of the items are up on the ledges. A raft of ducks, okay. Ah, you can get a coughing here. Too bad we already got a poison type, I wouldn't have minded that. Now let's switch straight to our rock type before this thing explodes. A group of ducks can be called a flock, brace, raft, team, paddling. Oh, of course, a fleet. I guess. Flock is, of course, when they fly. Ducks can't learn fly. There's only two ducks. One of them is a Psyduck, which is water type. And the other is Magma, which is a fire type. Neither of them fly. I don't know what you're going on about. Wheezing! Coughing! I'm sure flying ducks would be called a... Crap, you're right! Farfetch'd is a duck, and it does fly! I have been bested, sir. Thou hast vanquished me this day. It would absolutely be a flock of Farfetch'd. Its flight is why it's far-fetched. People like a flying duck, that's so unrealistic. I wonder if Farfetch can learn Payday. I want myself a Farfetch called Scrooge. Uncle Scrooge can fly? He's a duck, stupid. Yeah, apparently this is one of the things that infuriates foreigners the most when they're learning English. Farfetch don't exist in flocks, they only exist in partnerships. As in Fast and Qual Limited. That's true. That's true. It's a partnership of Farfetch'd. I don't think we can find anything here. Or sort of Hypno's the Payday type. He does have a coin. He's got that little amulet thing that he waves around. And in the town near you, they once put up a 3-foot high fence to keep wild geese off grass. Yeah, I've seen that. They can fly! At least I've seen similar ones. I'm imagining it's probably the same one that you've seen. Also, it doesn't go very far. It keeps off the most lazy of geese. Alright guys, my mug is empty, so I'm going to take a 2-minute break. Just to refill my mug, and I'll be back shortly. We've got still more holes to fall into here, guys. We've not nearly done falling down holes in this tower. This is a tall tower, and we're going to get to the bottom of it. Be right back. Have you considered that maybe the fence is to keep the people away from the geese? Like maybe it was the other way around all along. Are you being human-centric, Noella? Ah! Ooh, an Ultra Ball. Could have used that a minute ago. The spinal disc core is comprised of a large volume of water, therefore dehydration could lead to back pain. That's interesting. That's actually an interesting fact for once. Good work, Stay Healthy Bot. Missed the chance for an emote war. Yeah, I guess I was kind of fast this time. I just got some water instead of boiling some fresh tea. An interesting fact that wasn't pervy. Yeah, we don't get that every day from Stay Healthy Bot. I don't think we can get any further into this tower right now. Maybe we should do some leveling while we're here, though. Let's walk up and down a little bit. Just until we need to go and heal, and then we'll move on. Because I do think we are behind on levels. We've been encountering some tough opponents. Yeah, I've heard that's one thing that people hate about English. Is the group names for animals. Like birds are usually flocks, that's fair. Sheep are flocks? Why? They're not birds, they don't fly. Is it because they look a little bit like clouds? It's a herd of goats, a herd of cows. They're all kept in the same way that sheep are. Why is it not a herd of sheep? A pack of dogs? Okay. A pride of lions? Is that a real thing? This thing probably has bite. I would have said a herd of goats, not a flock of goats. I might actually be wrong on that one, I don't know. Both sound kind of rightish. An unkindness of ravens? A murder of crows? Do we have to remember these? I hope not. What other crazy ones are there? A swarm of bees? I feel like I had a bunch of weird ones in my head before I started this line of conversation, and now they've all gone. Fish. The same fish can either be in a shoal or a school, depending on the way that they're swimming. If a group of fish is swimming in circles, it's a shoal. If they're swimming in the same direction, it's a school. Conspiracy of ravens? Parliament of ravens? I thought the collective word for ravens was an unkindness. A chain of geese? Is that canon? I don't know that one. Hey Liz. Miscatching an Atkins? A cheat of liars. Sheep and goats flocks like birds because they engage in flocking behavior. What is flocking behavior then? What do sheep and goats do that cows don't, when cows are definitely a herd? Is it a herd of whales? I think it's a herd of whales, right? The old sea cows. A flutter of butterflies. There's another one. To be fair, these are all rubbish ones, because nobody uses an unkindness of ravens or a flutter of butterflies. They just say a flock or a swarm. I feel like I had better ones in my head. More the ones like a pride of lions. Apparently ravens can group in both unkindnesses and conspiracies. Does it change depending on what they're doing, or are they both just valid words? I meant to change here. Wild cows live in small groups, sheep live in big flocks. That might be it. So a flock is between a herd and a swarm, is what I'm getting here. I think they're both just valid words, okay. But yeah, understandably, foreigners learning English find the bizarre group nouns for different animals to be very difficult to learn. I remember my Japanese teacher who used to teach English to the Japanese talking about what a nightmare that was to try and explain to them. But it's kind of the counterpart of a similar thing that they have in Japanese, where like you have collective nouns for like objects for when you're counting. Like when you're counting objects, the numbers change to match the style of objects. Like there's special numbers for counting people, there's special numbers for counting tubes, special numbers for counting balls, that kind of thing. Books, stamps. They all start with the same number, but then they have a different ending depending on what you're trying to count. So yeah, you can see how that's quite similar. And also confusing. Used to be different number things in English for different things too. Like counting sheep or whatever. That's fair, I didn't know that. I suppose we kind of have like first, second, third instead of just the number 1, the number 2, and the number 3. Job specific things, yeah. Japanese is the kind of language where there's lots of rules and words that people in Japan don't know just because it doesn't come up in their day-to-day life. Like the kanji that they use for writing. There's about 6,000 kanji and they say the average person knows only 3,000 of them. Like the average person knows the 2,000 common kanji and 1,000 of the kanji that relate to their job. And then the other 3,000 are just things that don't really come up for them. Like they'll know the word, but they'd have to spell it out using letters rather than using the kanji about it. Like I was arguing about animal groups, yeah. It's the exact same thing. Animal groups is one of our difficult things for people to learn. English kind of has a lot of them. Is it just that historically the unlearned menial labour types couldn't count, so they made up words? Twelve-teen. 4. Nate. 1. 1 again. 5. All valid numbers. I'm gonna let you guys call. Should I go back and do a little more leveling and try and get everybody up to 20? Or should we go check out the dancing hall? Das ist number Wang. I think there might be some people who want to have a rumble in there. Probably a more effective place to train, but But it's also a place where we're more likely to have somebody die. A shrug. I've wandered in here, but if you guys say go for the dances, I'll go do it. High-fiving. I'm glad I called that you two would get along. It's so weird seeing you two getting along, because I know at one time you would have hated each other, but now you have so much in common. You're a massive softie now? Instead of being a grump, you actively try to get on with people. You blame D&D, that might be it, yeah. Does it damage your edgelord cred? It always used to amuse me when people were like... At school and that, people were like, oh, you play D&D, you must have no friends. Like, it's a team game. Back in school, there were like 7 of us. You can't play D&D on your own, that doesn't work. You have to have friends to play D&D. Also described you as 6'3" and 300 pounds, so she might just be delusional. It can be both. How tall actually are you, Wolfie? Are you about the same height as me? Are you a little taller? Would you describe yourself as a tall person? You're miserable cuss but don't like being mean, so you're stuck. Misery friendship, the best kind. Absolutely. What's the point of being friends if you don't make each other miserable? Take me and Asmoth, for example. I'm pouring my heart and soul into this stream. It means so much to me, you know? Like, doing the stream is kind of changing my life. And he hasn't shown up for one of them, you know? Does he know how much that hurts me? Probably the same height if we stand up straight, both of us stoop. Yeah. That kind of tracks. I'm like 6'2". I feel like you're about on the same height as me. You're a reasonably tall person, you know? You're above 6 foot. You're not a shorty. We had social media, we could spam him. I mean, feel free to spam the planning chat. But honestly, I don't know if he ever reads that. It's been a while since I've seen him post in there. I usually just message him directly if I need something from him. And Napoleon 1 over there insisting that he's above average height. For years you were taller than me? I can't remember how tall we were relatively as kids. You probably were taller than me. Like, I'm almost as young as you can be in the school year, so for most of school, everyone was taller than me. If I'd been born like 2 weeks later, I'd have been in the next school year, so There are people in the same year as me who are nearly a year older. The years you were taller than me, you just stopped growing at like 15 or maybe 14. You must have been tall for those ages then, if you stopped growing then. I didn't stop growing until I was like 25. Like, sure, I wasn't growing much, but when I was like 18, I was like 6 foot, and I've been slowly creeping up from there. It just kept going a little bit by a little bit. I think I'm done now. I'm like the tiniest bit under 6'2". That doesn't seem to be changing. It's starting to bother me that we keep getting poisoned in there. It's kind of frustrating. Should we go check out the dance hall, or should we do one more lap? We want to be ready for this old man. I think we should go have a look. Let's spread out the grinding. Dance hall, yeah. I think you're right. You know, let's go and level a bit more afterwards. Don't grind too much in one time. Let's dance! Man's always with his Rhydon. So he wants a Pokemon that can surf and dance. Is he trying to make a synchronized swimming Pokemon? Dance Dance Revolution! I feel like this... I remember feeling like this is them trolling us a bit, because in Gen 1, Rhydon can learn Surf, and everybody was like, why can Rhydon learn Surf? It is a rock rhino. What about those things suggest swimming long distances? And then here they've got a synchronized swimming, dancing Rhydon? I mean, whatchamacallit can... Nidoking and Nidoqueen can learn Surf as well. Less implausible than the Rhydon, but still a little unusual. Not only are the Kimono Girls great dancers, they're so skilled at Pokemon. Phew. I was wondering where he was going with this. Always challenged them, but never even left a scratch. Defeat all the Kimono Girls, you'll give me a gift. Interesting. Fancy panel decorated with flowers. They have to go through rigorous training. And learn all the customs before appearing in public. They spend years in training, building their skills, perfecting their arts. Alright, let's start over on the left. We're facing this one. What type do they think... What type do we think that they've got? I'll go ahead and spoil, each of these has a different evolution. Which type do we think this one has? Because it'll determine what Pokemon we lead with. Somebody take a guess. We think this one has grass? Got a Leafeon? Maybe we should go get our Magmar. Eevee first? I don't think there's one with an Eevee. I think they've all got an evolution. Because there's 5 evolutions and 5 dancers. Will you... Everybody has said grass. Everybody said Leafy... Wait, Lefteon? I like it. I like it. I think we gotta lead with... We gotta lead with Nick for the grass types. You have lovely Pokemon. May I see them in battle? Are you wearing red if it was Lefteon? But this one is on the left. She is wearing red. Naoko. This is the worst possible one for Nick to be going up against. Guys, why have you betrayed me? What level is it? 17? Okay, this is alright then. We can get through this. Wash this one away. Of course we got burned. Is it even worth using a burn heal? It shouldn't affect our damage because we're using... Okay, now a critical hit. Her clothing changed colour? I am a great magician. Your clothes are red! Okay, let's go ahead and heal up because we got burned and critted, so... Went a little south. There, we should have this one now. Waymaker will probably be better once she evolves. I think she gets most of her specialist stats post-evolution, so for now she's mainly a physical Pokemon, even though she's water psychic. There we go, that's one up to level 20. Trying to learn Confusion, heck yeah, we're finally getting a psychic move. This was an excellent training spot. Why didn't we come here sooner? Wow, you are very strong and muscular. I would like to see you again. Okay. Oops, I fell off the stage. Guys, second trainer, what type do we think this one will have? So far you have a 0% success record. So, you know, try and step up here. Did I break a leg? Oh, 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 oh. Oh, ooh, ow, ooh. Vaporeon, Rhyhorn, Jolteon. She's wearing blue, yeah. But that one was wearing green and she had a Cthulhuion. Is it the same leg I broke earlier? I broke both legs earlier, so yes. Okay, I'm hearing a Vaporeon and a Jolteon. Lady Meow, do you want a tie break, or do you want to pick a completely different one just to mess with me? Noelon called it first, so we're probably going to go with it being a Vaporeon. Alright, let's lock this in. Always dance with my Pokemon. Of course, I also train them to dance. Your clothes are red. Guys, what are you doing back there? What exactly are you trying to accomplish? Can't believe we don't have anybody with Bite yet. They wear colours to fool us. It's all a disguise. Can I bring Painmaker out? Painmaker will resist the psychic attacks. It's a trap! How do you have time to train them if you're always dancing? Dancing is training. They wear weighted clothing. Hi Yarrow, how's it going? Not much up here. We just got to Aquatique City. Doing the dancing girls. We caught ourselves a Magmar in the Ruined Tower, and I didn't know we could get one of those there. I didn't think we'd be getting a fire type until ages away, really. The challenge one we're doing, we only get one fire type catch, so it's a cool thing to get. Yeah, chat is the real Pokemon professor. They're the ones on the hotline to Bulbapedia when I get stuck. Maybe once we've defeated the Espeon, the glamour that changes the colour of their clothes will break, and we'll be able to make some better educated guesses. Maybe. Maybe it's the Espeon that's deceiving us. Your clothes are blue! Looks like their disguise is still up. Alright, what do we think this one has? Take down the middle one next. So we've seen Fire and Psychic, there's 3 left. So far you've got none of them right. Red, so obviously Flareon again. Everything is your delusions. Vaporeon this time? Or Dragonion? In theory there could be a Dragon-type Eevee. There's not one out yet, but every evolution is one of the special types. Like they're all water, fire, ice, that kind of thing. There's none of the physical types like rock and ground, or fighting. And dragon is a special type, so there could be a dragon Eevee someday. Dragon type Eevee would be awesome. There's now an Eevee for every special type except dragon, so if they're going to do any more, it's got to be a dragon. That or they've got to add more types. Okay, let's assume Vaporeon again then. Although I was tempted to take Wolfie on his word that it's probably Flareon again. Isn't Barrett pretty? I completely agree with you. He was my favourite date in Final Fantasy VII. A Pokemon battle? Why not? Your clothes are red! Nobody called it. Not a 1. You guys are letting me down. You're putting my Pokemon in danger by not being able to guess what evolution we're going up against. Not one of you said Umbreon. I don't think I have any fighting types, so there's not a lot I can do here. Look at that. Oh. Umbreon has ridiculous special defense, we kind of want a physical move, but I don't want to swap because it's got Pursued. normal Eon. As a kid, I always wanted to give a Moonstone to an Eevee and get a Lunarion, and that would be the normal type version. That was my imaginary friend Pokemon. All this gen's evolutions look cool. This was a good gen for evolutions. Umbreon is probably my favourite evolution of all time. One of my favourite Pokemon of all time. Don't have any Pokemon left. Your clothes are red. Hence that huge altar at my house, exactly. All the Pokemon looking up in worship at the Umbreon. Alright, let's pop some lemonade. 2 left, guys. Vaporeon. I mean, she is wearing blue. Rock on. Rock on, fight on. Missing now? Vaporeon is probably the rightmost one. Okay. So you're calling Jolteon for this one? They'd want to keep the Flareon and the Vaporeon apart. That makes sense. Although the Espeon and the Umbreon were next to each other. We figuring Jolteon then? Missing Noeon. I'm hoping not for missing Noeon. I don't want my file corrupting. You just want to keep the Jolteon and the Vaporeon apart, so that doesn't work. Too late. We called Vaporeon. We called Jolteon. Kuni. Why did you call Jolteon? You had it. This was your chance. This was your time. I don't know why I bothered poisoning there. Like, the leaf is gonna wreck this thing, but... I have a status move, I feel like I should use the status move. I actually didn't do as much as I thought it would. Actually, Vaporeon's the tankiest of the Gen 1 evolutions, isn't it? Maybe I shouldn't be surprised. Thought I was a capable trainer, but I guess I'm not. I shall retire now into the shadows, and never be seen again. Alright, last one. Last one, guys. Can you get a single one right? Can you do it? Ghost Eon and Ground Eon? Steeleon? Those are all physical types. They're not valid Eons. Vaporeon, okay. You're right, you've called Vaporeon for every single one. I'll take your guess on this one. You've got to be right eventually, haven't you? Darkeon? Your clothes are red. You have let me down. Flying Eon? See, I don't think they want to do a Dragon-type evolution because they like Dragon-type to be special. So they might have filled all of their Eevee slots, since they've said that it's supposed to be just the special ones. How long do you think it's going to be before they buckle and start introducing physical Eevees? Do we start getting a Flying Eevee and a Steel Eevee and so on? I mean, they could kind of get away with it, because physical and special types don't matter anymore, since the move split. Like, in this gen, all physical moves are... Like, all fighting moves are physical, and then in Gen 4 onwards, it's both physical and special fighting moves for all of them, and that applies for all of the types. Steel Eevee could be Faireon. I like that. Apart from Sylveon, you think all of the evolutions look cool. Sylveon is a disappointment. Compared to the others, all the others look great. I think Vaporeon and Umbreon are the coolest looking, in my opinion. Jolteon used to be my favourite, but I've really grown to appreciate the mermaid style of Vaporeon. I can keep dancing because there are people who enjoy what I do. Joey, what's going on? You didn't need that Pidgey. Just keep on training like Rattata. It'll see you through. You only need one Pokemon in this game. They could have done something way cooler with Sylveon, like... Like, Fairy's supposed to be the magic type, but they mostly seem to use it as a cute type and have pink things with ribbons on. That's... no. Do something cool with it. There's gotta have been something better they could do for the Fairy type evolution. Before we move on, do we want to put Nicholas away and get out our new Magmar? Sylveon should be otherworldly and unsettling. Yeah. There should be something strange and mystical about fairy types. The good ones look like that. Being pink does not make you does not a fairy make. Yeah, do we want to deposit Nick for a while and get out our new lord? Fire, fire, fire. You guys do love fire. Let's bring Lord Jalapeno into the party then. Our new Fire Lord. Burn it all down. Ember, Leer, Smog, Fire Punch. That's not a bad starting moveset. What berry shall we give you? Let's give you a... Do we have any burn berries? No. Let's go with a poison one then, since I might be sending you out against grass types. Okay, see you in a bit, Novella. I understand. You've got to maintain your spot as the third best European player in Fork Knife. You go do what you need to do, man. Go win a quick match. Should only take you 5 minutes, like you say. Okay, we'll do a quick back and forth in here until we get chased out by somebody getting poisoned. And then we'll move on. So there is a gym here that we can take on? But I'm not really confident in our levels for it. So I'm thinking we might go and have a look at the next route first. Maybe at least walk as far as the farm. You can catch a lot of weird and rare Pokemon in the next area. Or like things that you couldn't get in the wild in Gen 1, but are suddenly in the wild here. I don't think we can actually catch any of them with our types. Should be able to beat this one. Fire Punch! From a Magmar, all punches are fire punches. Hey, one-shotted it, not bad. Actually, I'm not sure if Magmar can learn Thunder Punch. You can buy that at the big store. That'd be a decent move to have as a backup. As an extra elemental move. You can never get enough electric attacks. It's one of the best types to have as a spare. I really have no idea what Magmar's move list is, actually. I've never raised one before. Technically, I think we can face the next bunch of gyms in any order we want. I think we need to beat this gym at first, actually. I think this gym gets us Surf? And then there's 3 gyms that we can go to in any order we want, although it's supposed to be far left, middle left, right. Well, we can do it in a different order if we want to. There's not a huge difference in their levels. Of course, if I ask you guys for directions, I know which way we're going. We'll be going straight for the cannon way. Cardio exercise before breakfast can burn more fat. Is that a thing? I did not know that. Exercising first thing in the morning is good, apparently. I try not to do anything first thing in the morning. Left, left, left. Yeah, I think we'll probably do them in the cannon order. Exercising with no fuel burns body resources. Makes sense. Yeah, that does make sense, actually. Good point, Wolfie. You know what, here's a thought. I don't think we went back to the guy to get our prize in the thingy center, did we? The dance hall. Should go do that. So yeah, this does need to be the next gym that we do, but I think we'll explore before we do it because I don't think we've got any good counters to this gym, is the thing. There's a cool place halfway to the next town. We'll walk there and then we'll walk back and do this gym is what I'm thinking we'll do. Although I don't know that we'll have time for it tonight. Might be able to at least get there tonight. It's probably okay to be throwing fire around in this wooden tower, right? I mean, it already burned down once, so it's unlikely to do so again. Probably everything that can burn is already gone. I don't think these have explosion, but they make me nervous. They probably would have exploded by now if they did. If they could. But coughings in any kind of Nuzlocke are a nightmare. Anything that explodes is terrifying when Pokemon can die forever. Trying to learn Harden. Wow, is that really... No. Or dig? Wait, what was I saying for digging? This is where chat delay is a problem because I have no short-term memory. Explosion is tough, so is dig. Oh, like it... Dig's not that terrifying. I guess a decent move. Oh, you're thinking because in Gen 1 Dig murdered us, yeah. You've kind of got a point there, but... in general, you get some warning about Dig, you can swap to something that's going to be okay. I mean, that's because those Pokemon were the Pokemon that we thought was going to stop the dig. So I'll give you that one. But, like, Explosion comes out of nowhere. By the time that the explosion's happened, it's too late to avoid it. Dig, you can heal or deploy countermeasures. It did, it did. What did we lose? Like 3 Pokemon last game? That one Dug Trio killed 2 of the 3 Pokemon we lost last game. That was rough times. Explosion is like 500, dude. I think Self-Destruct is 300 and Explosion is 500. It's ridiculous. I mean, it'd have to be when it faints your own Pokemon. Like, 250 is just 2 Hyper Beams, that's not all that impressive. Alright, let's go have a look at the next route. I'm getting bored of this town. A long way to get here. I mean, it's like 2 days walk, that is pretty far. Olivine. I do like Olivine City. Oh yeah, also fair point, in Gen 1 Dig does a lot more damage, I believe. In Gen 1 Dig is 100 damage, just like Earthquake. Whereas in later gens, I think it goes down to 70 for a bunch of gens, and then back up to 90, as Wolf is saying. But yeah, Dig is not as scary in this gen. Alolan Dugtrio is blonde, it's really quite disturbing. I don't really get the Alolan Diglett Dugtrio designs, I have to say. I'm not sure what they were going for with that one. Yeah, also bear in mind that Dugtrio has ridiculous attack and speed. Go look at Alolan Golem, it's like they decided to gender all the Pokemon. Okay, I can't remember what Alolan Golem looks like, I have to say. Alolan Dugtrio reminds you of Miss Piggy? I can kind of see that, actually. Not enough candies for Alolan Golem, but you quite like Alolan Geodude. Okay. The mental image I have in my mind for the Alolan Geodude line is just like the regular one, but with, like, veins in it. They're supposed to be magnetized, right? That's why they're electric types? I've not played that one yet, I don't really know. Like just flying away right now. Yeah, just fly away into the sky and let us never see you again. What the heck? That's... Okay, so it has a magnificent moustache and beard, fair enough. Kind of a magnety top, I guess? Is that the canon appearance? Yeah, that's a weird one. Looking at Gravely, you've just realised they've got samurai facial hair going on. That's probably what they're going for. Like a samurai look. It's a taser, okay. Guess I can kind of see that. Just talking about how the Geodude line has moustaches and beards in the Alolan versions. It's meant to be a samurai thing by the look of it. Could you tell me where sailors like to hang out? To be fair, beards being exclusively male, it's like, that's a distinctly human thing. Let's see, where's Master Spruce gone? Like goats and some kinds of rabbits. And probably plenty of animals have beards amongst the females. What is Alolan? In one of the latest games, I've not played it myself yet, but it's set on an isolated... It's set on alternate universe Hawaii, basically. It's an isolated island, and the Pokemon there have mutated to look different to regular Pokemon, and some of them are different types. For example, Sandshrew over there lives up in the snowy mountains, and it's turned into an ice type that digs into the snow. The many ores there mean that Geodudes are part electric because they've got magnetic ores running through their body, that kind of thing. I think it's a cool idea. I wish they'd done it sooner, with more areas having variations on existing Pokemon. Even if it's just looking different and acting the same. Like, think how many different styles of cat there are. Or just, like, colours. I'd love to have not just the cream Meowth, but be able to catch a tiger patterned Meowth, a speckled Meowth, anything like that. Black Meowth, white Meowth, brown Meowth. Just have each area have its own Meowth and have a small chance of catching classic ones as well. But yeah, the island adaptation thing is a great idea. I really like that they did that. Can I show you how to train? Well, basically you just walk back and forth in the grass until you're super strong. Hey, a Fluffy. Yeah, your Thunder moves are no use here. So Danger Noodle is getting crazy far ahead. He's just good at everything. He's the hero we needed. It's probably because he's got Batman eyes. You know the cartoon Batman with the glowing white eyes? That's what the Danger Noodle's got going on. Look at him. That's clearly what's happening. He was trained by Batman. Anyway, yeah, what we were saying, Narellen, is like some of the Alolan Pokemon are awesome. Like, I really like the Snowshrew and the Ice Vulpix and that kind of thing. But the... Well, Wolfie was raising the fact that he's not keen on the Geodude line having all the facial hair, but it's... I think he's getting more favourable on it now that he's realised it's a samurai style. What am I even fighting? I need to pay attention. Where's Master Spruce? But the Alolan Diglett and Dugtrio, we don't know why they did that. They look like a Dugtrio. They look like Digletts wearing blonde wigs. I'm not sure what the thought process behind that was. Are they meant to look like surfer dudes? Is that what's supposed to be happening there? Because I'm not sold on it. Wiglet. If we get an Alolan Diglett, then that's absolutely what we're calling it. I love that. We need to find some room in our phone. This person needs our help. Who can we get rid of? Not Joey or Wade, they're cool. Do we really need 2 schoolboys? Get rid of Alan, right? Or maybe Arnie? Who do we not like? Todd? Shut up, Todd. I can't remember who most of those guys are. I hope Todd wasn't somebody cool. I only remember that Joey has the legendary Rattata, and Wade promised to fight always by our side. We've been cut off! It's a trap! What kind of name is Todd, anyway? It's a name for somebody who plans to spend all their life on their Todd. That is not a favourable sprite in this gen. What's our play here? Painmaker? Probably Painmaker. Painmaker will resist the Psychic and be able to spray water all over it. None of you guys like Mr. Mimes. You know, Asmoth loves Mr. Mimes. They're like his favourite Pokemon. If only he were here watching the stream to defend them. But sadly there will be no comments in their favour. Lumus likes them? I think they're okay. I don't have strong feelings on Mr. Mimes. This is gonna be a slow one to get through. I like in later gens that they're a fairy type, psychic fairy. I feel like they're the good type of fairy type, the unsettling magical type. Like, when you want to explain what a fairy type should be, these are a good example as being both psychic and fairy. You've got the art, the training of the psychic, but also the more magical, strange element in the like glass wall kind of thing from the fairy side. They exemplify both. So I think psychic and fairy type are very similar types. They're both like mystical, but they both take it in different ways. Psychics are the mental training, the willpower kind of thing, and fairies are the magic side, the strange and eldritch kind. And Mr. Mime sits perfectly on that middle line. So I like that about Mr. Mime. I like the idea of them, but I don't know. If everybody wants to say that Mr. Mimes are terrible, it's not the hill I'll die on. Let me put it that way. I'll not stick my neck out here. I like Jinxes, which everybody else hates. Or a lot of people find creepy. I think those are cool. They're basically a female Mr. Mime. An ice type, though. I like ice types. You'll call me for a rematch so I can see your Mr. Mime again? Yeah, great idea. I'm never gonna talk to you again, dude. I've already forgotten that you exist. Is there a Mr. Human statue in later gens? All the varieties. Mr. Human statue, Mr. Busker, laying down his music. Sudowoodo is kind of a human statue Pokemon. Where he just sits there blocking the road, not moving, pretending to be a tree. Anyway, that guy cut us off from that path up there as well. He's a real jerk. Hey, a Miltank! This is one of the cool rare Pokemon that you get here. Now, Miltank is a normal type, so we can't actually catch it, but I mean, this is the first Pokemon I saw in this area. If I got here in a regular Nuzlocke and this was my catch, that'd be like, sweet. Mr. Juggler, Mr. Organ Grinder. In this context, an organ grinder sounds sinister. Not that organ grinders don't normally sound sinister, I suppose. Alright, let's go punch this cow. I don't know, am I a cute trainer? Tell me more about this. Hoppip. Perfect. Fire Duck, get out there and punch that seed. Why for 3 hours? Hey, it's 11 o'clock. I didn't realize it was that late. Night has flown by. Well, I want to get to the farm at least. I said we'd be doing that, and it's not far away. Breathing deeply in moments of stress or any time during the day brings many benefits, such as better circulation, decreased anxiety, and reduced blood pressure. Good to know. I could use some reduced blood pressure lately. Things have been getting to me. Did that cow escape from the farm? Quite possibly. They won't be getting it back, it's steak now. Yeah, if Pokemon soothe your nerves, you're obviously not playing by Nuzlocke rules. Maybe they built the farm here so they could catch the wild Miltanks when they need to build up their stock. Jeez, I thought these were supposed to be rare. But yeah, I think you can also catch wild Mr. Mime and wild Farfetch'd here. It's one of the quirks that I like, because you could... Obviously they were technically Gen 1 Pokemon, but you couldn't actually catch them, you could only trade for them. So obviously the guys that trade you them, they came from this area. This is where they caught them, they just live in the wild here. Trainer tips. If a Pokemon is trying to evolve, then you just gotta startle it so it doesn't do it. The rest of the herd. No, the cows! We're the horde now! Guys, rolling in here all in red, we're the horde now. We're destroying the cows. No, the cows. I told you that was a dumb place to put the cows. Look, if they didn't want to lose their cows... Okay, let's get you out of there. We still didn't go talk to the guy who gives us what I'm fairly sure is surf. I am the most brain dead of dudes. Why did none of you remind me? Why did none of you remind me to go and talk to the guy who promised me a prize in the dancing hall? I was counting on you guys. You gotta remember these things for me. Lady Meow, it was your job to remind me to go to the dance hall. A buffalo fought a car not far from here? Okay. I'm going back later anyway? Yeah, I suppose, but I'll probably have forgotten again by then. Got out and charged it? Oh, here's a quirk in Pokemon games. So Miltank are exclusively female and Tauros are exclusively male, so they're presumably the same Pokemon. Like Nidoran male and Nidoran female, they're just completely different as they in their forms, but they're still the same Pokemon, kind of. Was it a red car? They're supposed to be a myth anyway. They don't actually have good enough color vision to see red. Tauros and Miltank is a cool thing? Yeah, it's neat. Like, after establishing that some Pokemon are completely different via gender, because, it's motion balls charge rather than color, yeah. Like, with the Nidoran thing, they established that some Pokemon are completely different by gender. That's another thing I wish they'd do more of, but there are a few examples out there. How do Tauros breed in the Kanto region? Are they in fact imported? Probably. You only find them in the Safari Zone in the Kanto region, so they're probably ones that they released. Bear in mind that this is the game in which eggs are discovered, and up until then nobody knew how Pokemon were born. They might not have realized that they need Miltanks. Oh, actually. Well, I don't know. Hang on, I'm having some thoughts. What kind of berry did we get? I remember this gives a cool berry, but I don't remember what I didn't read what I just picked up. Is it the mint berry here? It is the mint berry. Yeah, this is the only place you can get the awakening one. Okay, so Pokemon of different species can have eggs, and they can have kids, and the kid will be the same Pokemon as the mother. So a Tauros... So the Tauros could be having kids with like a Kangaskhan or something? Kangaskhan is probably close enough to a Tauros to be able to have kids. And then since the Kangaskhan is always the mother, the kid will be the mother, so there won't be any Miltanks. So they'll just keep importing Tauros because they don't know where they come from, just to preserve them, but there won't be any breeding in there. I think maybe that's what's going on. Most Pokemon can breed with similar Pokemon. Not every Pokemon. Hold on, we accidentally strolled into the barn. We don't want to be seen in there like a common labourer. We can't buy any milk. Are you going to take it out back and shoot it? What about your other 4 Miltanks? Why does only one of them produce milk? Joey, my man. If I get a chance, Joey, I'll be there. Cows aren't producing milk because they're stressed. Okay, the Miltanks are upset that their friend is sick and they're not producing milk. That makes sense. Or the Miltanks are too young? That also might be the case. They know there's a hunter around killing the herd one by one. They're scared of the horde. Look, if they were giving milk, then they'd be making money and they could afford some archers to defend against the horde. If they're not going to put up any defenses, then it's not really my fault if I happen to turn a Miltank or 2 into steak. Moo Moo is sick. Maybe they ate all the grass. They don't look like they're stood on rocks. They've got a little field for themselves. They're far enough apart that they won't use up the grass, is the thing. Okay, as an educated fellow, I'm sure we can cure this Miltank where the hillbillies have failed. Just keep eating. You gotta get your strength up. Eat these berries. There we go. I've got a good steak dinner for you when you're done. Totally healthy. Max health. You're feeding Moo Moo. I feel like I'm doing all the feeding here. Sir, although you did not ask, I've decided to solve all of your problems. Yeah, I saved your farm, so now you're gonna sell me stuff. What a great reward. Okay, apology accepted. Snore. Probably not a move we're going to use, but okay. I'll accept that. I'll accept that. Did the lighthouse happen already? No, not yet. Lighthouse is the next town. Trying to remember what Moo Moo Milk actually does. I think it's just a healing item. Moo Milk is like Lemonade Plus, except you can only buy one per day. Just assumed Lighthouse was medicine for Moo Moo. No, this is where we get the training that we'll need at the Lighthouse. Now we consider ourselves to be a fully qualified vet. Is it cost effective? I don't think it's as cost effective as Lemonade is, so it's probably not great. Considering you can only buy one per day and it's in the middle of nowhere, it's not really worth it. Like, I'm more interested in the mint berry than the milk. I don't know whether to press on or head back to town. We should probably do the gym next. You know what, I'm gonna go get that thing before I forget again. And then we'll probably call it a night and do the gym next week. And venture on to the lighthouse. Okay. Guys, we just got our steel type catch. I had no idea there was Magnemites here. Ah, that's a pain! This is really bad and annoying. I wanted to get a Skarmory! Flying Steel. So we'd have a flying type and we could use Fly. We don't have a flying type, guys. I mean, extra electric type is not bad, but... we're not gonna be able to fly this whole game. That's gonna be awful. Such as Zoya the Typelocke. Yeah, that's fair. It's not ideal though. Who can damage this thing without killing it? If only Asmoth were here to rub my face in it. Yeah, but Asmoth would have some serious things to say about not having a flying type for the entirety of Gold to Silver. If only he was here, if only he actually bothered to show up to a single stream to support me. Why didn't it work when you did it? Maybe that is from you saying it, it's just that it was delayed? I don't know. Oh, I was thinking I could poison it because that would give a status, but it's steel, it's going to be immune to poison. Steel resists grass, right? Steel resists everything. Go ahead, take a Razor Leaf. Must you? Although Razor Leaf has a really high crit ratio, so that might have been a terrible idea. Never mind, perfectly Good night, everyone. See you next week. Apparently wild Magnemites will just run away mid-battle, so to make it harder for them to be caught. Apparently that's a thing that will happen. So, not only did the Magnemite show up so we couldn't get a Skarmory later, it then ran away just before I would have thrown the Pokeball, so I don't even get a Magnemite as my Steel Cat. We don't get a Steel Cat. We just lost a slot, guys. That's unfair. I didn't make it faint or anything. Did it say it used... It just ran away. That's theoretically an option that any wild Pokemon has. It's just most of them don't have it in their AI to use their Flee ability. There's like 3 Pokemon in this game that will do it. One of which apparently is Magnemite. Yeah, we're wrapping up now, Wolfie. I'd normally finish at 11. I just wanted to get to the farm, you know? You think the Vulpixes are offended we skipped over the Vulpix to get the Magmar. Yeah, that's what's going on here. We've aggravated them, and now they're setting the Magnemite on them. Night, Wolfie. Magnemite will do whatever the Vulpix says. Magnemites are weak to fire. They're terrified of the Vulpix. Ah, that's infuriating. Guys, we can expect to have some bad luck from now on. We can expect for everything to go downhill. Hey, it's a Farfetch'd. It's a flying type. Immediately after we lose our last chance to get a flying type in this game, we get a rare flying type show up in our face. We've definitely aggravated the Vulpix. It's all downhill from here, guys. We're gonna have to fight our way through the curse to get to the end. This isn't gonna be easy. Vulpix is mad. We are... Bad times are coming, guys. This run is gonna get rough. No crits for us hereafter, all crits for enemies, yeah. You just have to imagine, like, the word curse appears on screen and then all of my text is now in red and causes stress for all of my allies. The Vulpix is watching us. Everybody stresses. That's my status that has been inflicted. Anyway, we ended tonight's stream 20 minutes too late for my happiness, but hey, them's the breaks. As long as I don't start attacking my allies, no promises. Oh well. So I'm gonna call it there, guys. A tentatively successful run. Very, very tentatively. I'm still excited to have gotten a Magmar. We'll try and enjoy that fact. So yeah, tomorrow will be casual night, and next week will be Pokemon on Tuesday. Next Pokemon will be Tuesday, and good stream until last 5 minutes, absolutely. I'm with you on that one. So just to point out, I believe the clocks change for daylight savings here in the UK this weekend. So my streams are at 8 PM British time, which tonight is GMT +1. Next week it will be GMT. So next week will be 8 PM GMT stream. So if you're watching from overseas, bear that in mind. The time will be slightly different. But yeah, I hope everybody has enjoyed everything other than the last 5 minutes. I hope I'll see you next time. I've had fun. Good night, everyone. Thanks for being there.